Здоров, всем привет! С вами Бибчанский, и сегодня мы продолжаем добивать сюжет. Ну, не знаю, насколько меня вот на сегодня хватит, но попытаюсь сегодня 2 стрима.
Oh, Mr. Sunday. Hey there! Okay, see the moon in the sky? It's if I just reached out my hand, I could grab the moon, couldn't I?
Ну, можно проскипать?
But it's they told me selling everything. Why? It's better to be here at Pinnaconey. No pain, no worries about tomorrow, just sweet dreams. You can do whatever you want. That's what I call living. Yeah, now this is the life. Is this truly living? Yeah. See you around, Mr.
What's up, sister?
This is the
Я без стримов немножко так прокачался, но сюжетку не трогал, так что, не знаю, может быть, сейчас будет попроще. Но это не точно.
I suppose you have a point. But
why do you say that?
You think that man is not actually living. But that's not quite accurate. People believe they have a However...
Are you suggesting...
Exactly. But, ironically, the survival of the fittest. No tragedies exist here.
Perhaps that man is...
Yes. See.
Так, ладно, и чё, и куда мне дальше? Блин, набег здесь работает, блин, я что-то забыл уже.
Glad to meet you again, Robin. How are the preparations for the... You're too kind. I can't stand being low.
But if this went on...
Nah, every day you get to...
But...
That's exactly only in this sweet...
I see.
And I wish you a fan...
Seems like that.
She had a valid...
What you're trying to say it.
Well...
О, здоров.
She did make mention of being able...
However...
No. And the...
То есть, по сути, я мог вот эти вот все диалоги еще на прошлом стриме почитать, да? Или это опять на 2 часа? Как в тот раз.
Oh, Robin. Can't believe I'm meeting you in person here. What an honor. You're right. Even though time stands still in this dreamscape, it always feels fresh. I find something new every time.
A philosophical mind. I hope I'm not intruding.
Oh, not at all. No. With little time left, I yearn for meaningful conversations, especially with someone as esteemed as you. Do you mind if we chat?
It's my pleasure.
Yeah, and then? They have. And I'm truly grateful for that. My physical body, my true appearance.
So...
Just my world has been torn up. How I envy those everlasting.
That old man's story.
That's precisely what...
However...
There will be a way out.
Ну вот интересно, я здесь все подобрал. Просто вот без стримов я тут, считаю, все локации запылесосил, так что, ну, что-то мог пропустить.
What a surprise to see you again.
Show yourself.
I've heard that a skill... Barely. Now that you've had your...
What? Now that you should be thanking...
That was a personal...
The Charmony Fest... I don't care which Penacony.
Stop it.
Our paradise is none of your concern, masked fool. Leave now,
or the family won't tolerate you anymore.
All right. I'll go. Do you really believe? Well, I've done my... Here, the last to get... And it'll be thrilling.
I heard a raven cawing in the distance. It seems the Dream Master will arrive soon. Let's wait here for the Dream Master to arrive.
Okay. That seems like a lot of...
Well,
But that someone does... The paradise in Penacony is nothing more than...
remember the old man we...
That might be true, but that path makes... Is Penacony granting these people a future?
Well, the future for humanity. Do you remember how we took in that...
Вот правда, вот это вот самое бесячее.
Shortly after you left, it...
Просто вот хоть сколько не спам, но все равно диалоги быстрее не пойдут. А как по мне, это немножечко минус.
I still believe it was the right decision. Birds aren't meant to spend their lives in cages.
But here's the thing. If there are birds in this world that can never fly, can we really assert that they belong in the sky?
Are you implying that the same goes for humans too?
Let's take the Astral Express as an example. The Nameless made tremendous efforts to bridge worlds, gaining fame across the universe. However, that's because the pursuit of the Trailblaze exceeds the capabilities of ordinary humans. Otherwise, why would this path be filled with broken rails and abandoned...
That's just sophistry. If that were true, then only the
Unfortunately, that's exactly what happens. Another name for the future is self-value. While this world has its fair share of heroes who inspire people and garner admiration for their heroic deeds, some are born weak and vulnerable. Some find themselves trapped in unfortunate circumstances. Some fall victim to malice and cowardice. When it comes to survival, everyone is
даже без
equal.
сюжета я этих
And
катсцен
the weak can
насмотрелся.
only watch as...
That's why we should care for the weak and support them as if their suffering were our...
While the harmony holds noble aspirations, the strong will always be strong, and the weak will always be weak. Even in this carefree dream. Human nature contains greatness. In the end, if people can't even secure their own survival, they won't care about the illusory future of equality. As long as the law of survival of the...
But if people don't live for the future, do they merely exist?
People often forget that when the first bird took flight, the entire world envisioned no more fledglings would ever crash to their death.
Are you reading, sister?
Mr. Gopher would give me up if I could become a chord master.
I see.
Don't you have...
Of course I do. It's just that... It...
Кстати, вот недавно вспомнил про свой Epic Games. Подумал, ну, надо его на гугловскую почту перенести. Ну, все такое, захожу в личный кабинет, такое, вбиваю свою основную гугловскую почту. А мне выдает, что у меня как бы уже есть аккаунт с этой почтой, но вот я его еще не проверял. Может быть, это просто заглушка какая-нибудь или что-то вроде того, но, блин, надо переносить.
Maybe.
You're back sooner than I thought. Any results?
Yes. And now, it's up to us to forge ahead.
But Bart, why else would he have chosen to sleep in solitude? Staking every... Do you have the numbers?
Got any more?
As I see it, Penacony is our rivals. We're more familiar with the Stellaron's prop.
That's right. As long as we... But the problem is, on the eve of the Charmony Festival opening, how exactly are we going to get close to... So, no. What's that supposed to... So, I heard that before the Charmony... As long as we clinch the top spot, we'll be able to attain the title of Festive Superstar. And be able to personally bask in the graces of Miss Robin. So, how do we go about participating in these festivity auditions? To tell you the truth...
So they're still running this thing, huh? It was originally just a publicity stunt, set up by Mikhail to drum up attention.
We'll follow Marge's plan.
I'm afraid I won't have the time.
Should we ever cross paths again?
All right. I'll have to add to that data bank of yours you've got on the Express.
And Miss Firefly, we thank you for all your support.
Так, у меня что-то
We're
отвалилось.
faced with a formidable enemy. As long as the Astral Express and Stellaron Hunter's objectives are
Ты чё, в
aligned,
смысле?
we're willing to cooperate with you.
Подожди. Ладно, пойдем другой путей.
We've already come
Не,
this
я с
far
джойстика.
together. I'd like to join you for the rest of your journey on Penacony. I'm pleased that we can finally fight shoulder to shoulder. I couldn't ask for a better ending.
Короче, ладно, дальше склава. Вот даже специально перед стримом зарядил. Вот, а почему-то отходит.
This is also the spirit of the trip.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Scorched Sand Hall. This is where challengers thrive and dream chasers
Да, наверное.
all under the watchful eye of the entire universe. If you have ambition,
Oh, wow! They've really outdone themselves!
behold, here come four friends with spirits high and full of zeal. Are you aspiring to be the superstars of the festival?
Is he talking?
Yes, you.
Excuse me, you've...
As the last group of contestants,
Would you be open to a brief exclusive interview with us?
your journey is
This sword and...
a knight's head is hard.
People are...
Ladies and gentlemen, please make way.
Coming towards us now.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the director of...
Hello,
Can't hide it any...
Так, не, ну диалоги тут ни на что не влияют, значит... Так, ладно, надо что-нибудь сморозить. Так, здравствуйте, меня зовут Здравствуйте. Не, вот кто здесь диалоги прописывал?
Hey, hello, everyone. I'm Firefly.
So it's a bunch of...
Grab a bottle.
Так, подожди. Так, а что за это нам дадут? Но здесь есть коробки? Хотя после случая с танками, блин, ну вот, мне про коробки лучше не говорить, потому что вот только вышел тот видос, и там сразу у Леста посыпались вот эти вот специальные предложения с коробками. Вот это топ-10 пранков, вышедших из-под контроля. Я просто не знаю, как это назвать, потому что вот, почти сразу после видоса вот, выскочил вот это спецпредложение. Ну, вот единственное, только в инсте мне никто из разрабов не ответил. Да и не ответит.
That's right. This venue is a miniature representation of that time known as the era filled with boundless possibilities.
Так, а что у тебя есть? Так, ладно, запустить заводной механизм. Кто-то мне Facebook разрывает. Вот никогда такого не было, и вот опять. Ладно, зацарапаю до смерти. Так, подожди. А, показалось. Да в смысле, я хотел там какую-то книжку подобрать.
Nameless, your arrival reminds me of the grand occasion when Penaconic once, during the dream-chasing era, was truly a wondrous time. Oh, I miss those days. And the watchmaker. Scorched Sand Hall is my homage to that time of boundless possibilities. I wholeheartedly hope you make it to the finish.
Так, мы обязательно запобедим.
Hello,
Trailblazing into the...
I hope that...
Oh!
Safety first, everyone.
Simple words, but full of warmth. Waiting for you are 3 stages, each connected to that era. The first 2 stages offer 2 distinct paths to choose from, with unique challenges on each route. And in the last stage, you will face off against a champion who has defended the title to this very day. A beloved contender whose noble virtues are unrivaled. Those are the rules. Simple. Everyone clear? Now then, I hereby announce that the 33rd Scorched Sand Festival of the 20th season, sponsored by Soul Glad Enterprises, has started.
Everyone, as March and I haven't
ладно.
known...
Fine by me. Let's do it.
All right. I don't have a problem with that.
We'll split into the assigned groups then. Let's not waste time.
Ну, наконец-то. Так, подожди, те, которых я подобрал? Окей. Значит, здесь еще что-то есть. Да, живеть. Так, не, ну это ладно. А если, допустим, я хочу туда прыгнуть, посмотреть?
Welcome to the first in the School of Acting Challenge. You have now make your choice.
Так, ясно, опять какая-то мини-игра. Так, и что за это нам дадут?
The stage of dreams for those who dare to dream. Welcome to the School of Acting stage. Step onto the stage and move the judges with your heartfelt performance. The next cosmic...
Competitors, allow me to introduce the rules of this challenge to you. There are 3. Your task is to also a bit...
О, 63 уже. Неплохо. Ну, не дают свою локацию запылесосить.
No, that's not... Very good. This is very good. Suddenly, now, Mr.
Так, какой реплика вы опишете свое удивление случившегося? Ну, допустим.
But at this moment,
Хотя, мне кажется, оно все равно не влияет.
both of you up next. I hope these tests will...
Так, подожди, если я оттуда... Ну, я все подобрал? Так, подожди.
Here, you two are required to skillfully utilize body language to portray the story context I've laid out for picking up from where we left at this moment. Right answer. A
Да
tug
чё,
at
в
the
смысле?
heartstring. You have no choice.
А, ну да.
It's totally giving up. Come back here. Get up.
Fantastic. Of course. However, the truth.
Ладно, а если еще раз попробовать? О, заработало. Ну что они здесь прыгать не умеют? Просто не делать круги из-за какой-то коробки. Мне кажется, это немножко бред.
Against the back. Give it a shot.
Блин, и здесь так же.
Your performance. God, I never imagined.
Huh? But we haven't even done anything.
Brilliant. Beautiful.
We have passed the test. But we ought to hurry up. The Stellaron is at stake.
Don't forget to let your friends in on the action.
Блин, а лестница вот прям вот именно сейчас появилась. Когда вот уже как бы спасибо уже не надо.
Stream forth the gleam of old blades.
Congrats to
привет.
both of you for clearing the stage, but more importantly, are you having fun? Look at the time!
That red hair can...
You'll find out eventually. You have the option to... And now, make your choice!
Да, что-то не растет шортс. Если бы я еще знал, кто это, потому что я вот, в Honkai захожу там раз в полгода. Не только когда друг вот прям вот вам вот типа зайди там что-то забери какую-то халяву за возвращение, да, а так я не играю. Так, ладно, и что мне это дает?
Dear friends, welcome. It is said that the enter into the world.
If it's a gunfire trial. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Are we both in control of this?
There in this honors it. Alas.
Так, подожди.
Oh, brave Hanu, you look like you could really use some help. Long time no see, Hanu. You look pretty stressed out. How about an intense and thrilling game of Dream Jigsaw to blow off some steam? Oh, listen, but you know... Now, Scott, I can't
Так, ладно, а в чем соль?
Let's stay alert and make sure those monsters don't spot us. It appears we can't climb the stairs and our... Look up there! If we can push that thing down, do you think that would do the trick?
Так, подожди. Нет, ты меня не видел.
Finally, that's all the jigsaw pieces. Let's hurry back.
Так, ну, допустим, и куда это? Ага, это сюдой. А, ну нет же. Подожди.
Oh my! The exquisite sensation of perfect alignment. My organ. Hurry now.
Such.
Блин, это все?
Disconnecting from that thing so suddenly has left me feeling slightly disoriented. Is that Hanu?
Не, я, наверное, потом удалю, потому что, не, ну всю халяву за возвращение я забрал. А сама игра мне что-то как бы не заходит.
I know that this may sound like an... What exactly is...
Tick-tock! It's time...
Clocky?
In Dreamville, Hanu says... The enemy is... Touch that suspicious-looking TV right now!
So they just jumped inside that TV. Sheesh. Logic in this plot and dialogue is really being pushed to its...
Don't forget to let your friends in on the action.
Потому что, не, я бы сказал, но не хочу.
Well, here we go again. Ready? I am gradually getting used to this. Huh. Who knows?
Ну, кстати, спасибо за
I might
подписку.
even be able to perform some high-level moves with Hanu.
Oh, last we saw what brave...
Блин, вот опять виджет не сработал.
Guess what?
The storage room. It's behind the shelves, right?
Так,
He
никто меня не
wasn't
видел.
lying. There's actually a
Да в
bazooka
смысле?
here. Now we should have a way of dealing with those baddies. This thing feels just like the soaring locust too.
Так, ладно, и в чем соль? А, вот как оно работает.
Careful. It looks like we've got more company. Get ready to fire! Here we go again.
Да в смысле?
That should be all of them, right?
Oh my!
Well, that's that.
This is what exploring the cosmos is all about.
Погоди, а зачем тогда лифт?
Congratulations to in the final stage. Welcome to the 30.
Блин, а как оно вообще работает? Не, ну я же все правильно делаю. Так, подожди.
No way, I think I just saw someone. Someone extraordinary.
Don't forget to let your friends in on the action.
Please wait! Handsome gentleman, beautiful miss. By the glorious light of beauty! I never thought I would see you again. In such turbulent times, your kind faces are as spring's gentle breeze, bringing solace to my scorched heart.
Are you a Knight of Beauty?
Upon hearing of the impending festivities, I commanded the one and only to bring me to Penacony with full haste. Alas, in a cosmos unguarded by the beauty, disorder prevails. Fortunately, the mini rabbit...
Ну, в какую сторону мне шорты пинать, если не растет?
Okay, let's get back to business. Since fate has
То
brought us
есть там вот
together,
первые
it
2
stands
часа
to reason that you both
просмотров
seek
там
the
что-то
accolade of the
накапало, да,
audition
и
victor,
все.
correct? Though upon arrival, what matters is that I now, if I am fortunate at Idrilla, the beauty.
Не, хотя есть вариант залить полноценный видос, но, наверное, уже не сегодня.
Dear friends, please ready yourselves for this trial set forth by the beauty.
В смысле, почему автобой не работает?
Leave it to me.
Free will on the still waters of oblivion. Nap time.
Let the duel commence. Put forth all your might.
Слушай, вообще-то правильно говорить блогер-миллионник. Правда, без 999к подписчиков. Ну, да, я настолько скромный. Что ты мне сделаешь?
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice. Stand down.
Rise to the challenge.
Time.
Confess.
Can I have fun this time?
Ага, значит, сейчас буду переигрывать.
Time for a buzz.
Behold, this symbol of pure.
All will eventually rest upon me. I'll stay with you a little longer. Another journey begins. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Да, что-то как-то слабовато.
Destined for oblivion.
Naughty child.
That's better. Don't worry.
Pledge thy loyalty.
Не, я так не играю.
This combat needs optimizing. This is double speed.
Rise to the challenge.
Нет, то есть, вот получается, первую фазу еще как-то можно пройти, да, на вторую я не вывезал.
Put forth all your might. Bear witness.
Так, ладно, сливаем.
A flesh wound. You're fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might.
Time for a shot. Nap time.
Confess.
That hurt.
Behold, this symbol of
Ну, то
pure.
есть, если бы я еще одного перса раскачал в пол, то, скорее всего, прошел бы уже. Но это не точно.
Let the duel commence. Pledge thy loyalty.
Подожди. Ладно, повторное.
Dear friends, please ready yourselves for this trial set forth by the beauty.
Ну а сейчас недонатных игр нет, по сути. Потому что смотри, то, что вот свежее, да, вот с хорошим сюжетом, у меня уже комп просто не вывезет. Даже вот если я там, вот играл вот сейчас в Киберпанк, да, там вот просто закрываю побочки, которые вот у меня остались. Вот если вот рейдовский лаунчер открывать, у меня уже выдает обнови драйвера. И сразу ведет там ссылка на сайт AMD, но там уже драйверов на мою видяху нет. То есть мне в этом году надо по-любому обновляться.
Nap time.
You're fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might.
Мне кажется, я понял, как его проходить.
Time for a buzz.
Let's begin.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Your convictions, my friends, are indeed awe-inspiring.
Survive or be destroyed.
It's a pity.
There is no other choice.
The laurels of victory belong to a driller. Let the duel commence.
Time.
Confess. Put forth all your might.
Nice. Rematch. Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Don't worry, it's
This
just a
combat
script.
needs optimizing. This is double speed.
Rise to the challenge.
Time for a buzz. Naughty child. Nap time.
You're fighting a gentleman. Put forth all your might.
Ладно, и кого мне пробивать?
Time for a buzz.
Leave it to me.
Free will, or was it fate?
Нет, правда, надо было сначала, наверное, похилить, но ладно уже.
Let the duel commence.
То есть это уже мой косяк получается.
You know nothing of... Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
That's enough. I have come to grasp the sincerity of your cause. I yield.
А, это все?
Beautiful.
Да ладно.
Truly I go forth. My dear friend, beautiful miss. The audition's crown is yours to claim. I shall remain here, gazing from afar as you bask in the limelight, joining the audience in offering you the most heartfelt cheers and applause.
We don't have much time. In that case, let's make our way to the end. Penacony's really thronging with talent. I hope we make it in time.
Congratulations to the Galactic Baseballer and Firefly on becoming this Scorched Sand Festival's champions! We look forward to their amazing entrance in the Charmony Festival! Let's give a round of applause to our aspiring young guests!
Congratulations to the both of you on becoming the festive superstars
Ну,
of
такое
this
чувство,
year's
как будто сейчас
Charmony
какой-нибудь
Festival.
финальный босс будет.
Before I On behalf... As previously promised, my sister, Mr. Yang, and I have met with the Dream Master. We delved. Both I and the Oak family cannot acquiesce to your request. We acknowledge the perspective of you, Nameless. Penacony does require change, but not as you propose. The planet of festivities cannot, and through your journey of overcoming obstacles, you must have glimpsed the essence of that era. The vulnerable ruthlessly eliminated, equality non-existent, common folk living precarious lives, eking out a dreary existence. Ultimately, only heroes like yourselves manage to achieve success. But I would dare ask, if you did not possess the special status of having a Stellaron, and you were but an anonymous and frail member among the masses, which Penacony would you prefer? A dystopia for the survival of the fittest, or a sweet dream paradise for all?
That's not the point! Don't let him mislead you!
Mr. Sunday, even if the members of the Oak family can't fully agree on what to do about the Stellaron issue concerns the life and death of every. This way, we'll at least know what Welt and Miss Robin are dealing with, and the reason why they failed.
Ah, Navig. Let's talk about our tribulation and our final course of action. The only path to...
Ладно, что за это нам дадут?
Indeed, Dream Master.
This is indeed surprising to me. The dreamscape is maintained by the collective effort. Do you have...
I'd like to add... If I have offended...
Dream Master.
Sunday. The magnitude of this Sunday.
I will do as you command.
Robin, could I entrust you to be present as a witness, to document the truth, and to...
I will do as you...
May thy will...
Oh, triple-faced...
Ну, по сути, целый час диалогов.
Question.
Даже каких-то таких вот боёвых не было. Не считая босса.
Have you strayed from...
Never.
Have you ever been inordinate?
Never.
Then, a final. Do you swear to...
With the Eon as my witness, if I...
They have seen...
Just a moment.
What?
I have another question. To my understanding, the god you both meant...
Mr. Yang should know that those belonging to the family toil together as if they were kin, embracing solidarity and unity under their light. Such a delicate and complex symphony.
Perfectly harmonized.
Вот, а я на Пенаконию дошел, что не помню когда, но может быть до Нового года было, точно не помню. Ну, зашел там, пару каких-то квестов сделал, забрал награду за возвращение, удалил. Просто, ну, вообще меня РПГ не притягивает.
The chorus that though an eon may perish, paths with no...
Mr. Yang, being overly astute can be a detriment. Especially when you find yourself...
Я просто в свое время переиграл Волода, вот, и потом, когда вот уже решил на совсем вот это вот дело забить, за то, что они вот разрабы натворили, вот, просто со временем стал вот реже в РПГшки заходить, и меня отпустило.
Sorry, Robin. It's just you.
То есть я даже персами особо не занимаюсь. Вот как есть в сторе, так и прохожу.
We were never children of the harmony. our ideal parent within the foundation of and through harmony.
Unbelievable.
What have you done with—
Don't worry.
You should know.
Should we need to stand against the Nameless, it would only be myself and the Oak family involved. But we haven't reached that point yet, have we? Your efforts for the justice of... Smart kid.
If it is the order that...
You're mistaken. Penacony and the entire universe have witnessed far too much natural selection.
So you've decided to...
If Miss Himiko is... I'm willing to divulge the... So,
Просто
come
вот
with
как
me,
бы,
everyone.
с одной стороны, вот хочется и
Let us
что-то
retrace our
сюжетное, да, вот
steps
для себя
and see
проходить.
once again where this road.
Вот, а с другой стороны, вот так вот постоянно там одни и те же самые
Welcome.
танки, там, я не знаю, в
This
КС-ку долго не
isn't any
поиграешь.
location in Penacony's dreamscape.
That means—
Did you do the same to well...
It's a tuning prop. Tuning allows you to now, everyone. From this point on, you will witness, I believe after going through similar. Let's begin. The first decision. A story. This story happened when Robert later on. That baby bird was we decided to build a net. It was clear that if we decided that when it regained its strength in its destiny. No. I passed. Stick to the original plan. Or build a cave. I eagerly await your...
Так, ладно, а в чем соль? И, по-моему, тут вообще нет никакой разницы, куда вставать.
Interesting. From what I've observed, even if they shy as for the choice you made. This story happened when it was during that period. He was a dream chase. He told me he had a plan in place after hearing the dream chase. I'll tell you the outcome soon. For now, I'd like you, will you do as I did, or will you remain silent? I look forward to everyone's...
A dream chaser, but...
This question, I'd probably choose...
То есть это я вот сейчас разговариваю, да, это не обязательно. Вот, а смысл тогда это было добавлять?
I'm honored to first now then. He told me the reason he was in the end. As to your choice in the story this time. This story happened the day I was appointed the Oak family. What surprised me was the letter contained the... Do you know who? My sister. To help you from what the letter incorrect. A stray...
A war has broken out on that. She hoped to ease the people's suffering with...
Is she alright?
If the operation was successful by the eon above.
Those... Damn. Now you understand why she always wears...
How could this happen?
It's all in the past. Likewise. I've prepared... Because this is merely a figment of imagination. A nightmare that has haunted... Would you still support...
Ладно, надо говорить от путешествия. Так, ну или поддержать. Ну ладно, поддержим. Хотя, мне кажется, ничего не поменяется.
I am now aware of everyone's stance. Raising these questions merely serves to illustrate one point. The plight of Penacony cannot be salvaged by the harmony. The true foundation for a sweet dream I know the suffering of being tormented. The turmoil of losing your way. How sorrow. and even despair set in when matters don't work out. All of this causes me unending pain. We must teach the weak how to live a happy life. And this life isn't some noble propriety that the upper crust preaches, but in definitive terms, a way of survival that belongs to everyone.
So what is your definition of living?
Good question. Human consciousness is fundamentally an illusion. A cage known as when one mistake after the next permeates the masses, they become impossible to trace. Thus, the amassing of these nature is always accompanied by predation and sacrifice. Its antithesis is known as order. That is what I want to do. Unite people's happiness under the banner of order. They won't need to make bitter choices any longer, nor face the... Simply describing thoughts is far too abstract. So allow me to provide a simple example. During these hard-earned rest days, people are given the chance to extricate themselves from the stresses of everyday life, allowing a certain tranquility to return to their souls. And it is only on these days that people do not have to adhere to the law where the strong prey on the weak. They can live out their lives happily during these brief intermissions. It's just from where I stand, society's ideal system should be 7 rest days. Following Sunday, there should ensue a second, a third, and indeed an infinite. And thus, every person can return to their base selves. There would be no need to bear the hardships of reality. Only in this way can humanity, Miss Firefly, you who are stricken with entropy loss syndrome, you of all would surely understand this.
It sounds...
But...
The cost is minute, merely a personal and eternal sacrifice. If this paradise is to be maintained for everyone, someone must remain trapped in solitary wakening until the...
Wakening. Which means that this so-called paradise is still a dream. Stepping into this paradise means forsaking reality, correct?
It is not forsaking, but transcending. Flesh, blood, sorrow, weakness. If the physical is the root of spiritual suffering, it is only logical that we defeat it.
But in this supposed bliss, people won't have defeated their demons. The chance to overcome their tribulations would be forever lost to them. In other words...
That's another way of understanding it. But there is no shame in escape. On the don't you agree, Miss Firefly? But this is not in conflict with the grand plan. Only in acknowledging this can we
I admit that you are a born leader. But unlike you, I live for the self. From my perspective, individuals making the want to escape may be innate in the weak. But whether they perhaps in your mind... Because I don't...
Since Miss Firefly has said her piece, the Astral Express will also... We'll leave it to you. Just as Mr. McHale instructed...
What is...
Does this place ring in...
I don't know, but...
It's the realm Dr.
Вот опять диалоги на 2 часа.
So I thought... I'm counting on you.
Himeko?
I wasn't sure. Exactly. This is where you and Firefly encountered death, which we now know as dormancy. Considering its connection to Dreamflux Reef, it's not surprising it appeared here. The question now is, we're drawing closer to the truth.
All right, but there are doors all over the place. Which one should we choose?
I guess...
Блин, ну наконец-то.
I'm not entirely sure, but... let's give it a try.
Wait, you managed...
Weird. If I remember correctly, and the room on the other side was... the toy room. I loved spreading out all the toys from the box on the floor. Hold on.
This could be a case of, since this place seems
Yeah, then...
Ну, я думаю, здесь хотя бы одну коробку оставили. Ну, ладно.
Mikhail, that's so... who is he talking to? Do you know anything about it, Misha?
I'm sorry. I don't know much about the watchmaker.
Anything special about that name?
Mikhail is...
Grandpa? Do you mean you're the watchmaker?
But we haven't heard anything about the watchmaker having descendants. Could you tell us more about your grandpa, Mikhail?
Yeah, sure. He didn't want me to call him every time he came back.
It appears that the seafarer has nothing. So, where is your grandpa now?
He went off on it. So, where has Clocky gone? Did he leave to protect Dreamville?
Так, подожди, а что за это нам дадут? Да в смысле?
I heard some noises.
You and Oregon?
Yeah, they follow Miss Mirror's order.
Sailor?
Could you tell us more about the compass?
The compass is a ship.
That's a great story.
Huh? Weird.
Perhaps Clocky.
I think I hear the sound of water.
Вот интересно, сколько пеннивайзов пострадало при создании вообще вот этой вот локации?
Look, there it is!
The water resembles every time I...
Have you recalled anything, me?
Yeah. He often said that the...
Hey, don't tease!
Perhaps every adventurer far from home.
Yeah. Well, back then.
It seems...
Yeah.
But this raises more... Could this be...
I'm sorry. Perhaps I'll... I wish to share your burden. Is something very...
We're going to the opposite side, right?
No.
Так, подожди, я ничего не пропустил.
Turn left here.
Huh? Something feels different about this place.
This is it. Up ahead is... Grandpa's study. It was in that room that
The atmosphere in this room feels totally different.
Misha! You finally come!
Clocky, you're here! Huh. Yeah. This is the room where we first met each other.
Are those books on the bookshelf logbooks left behind by that seafarer?
Yeah. Whenever he came back, he placed a logbook on the bookshelf. He described our world as a fountain. At some point, to ensure that everyone had land to settle on, he had to continue on that day. I asked him if I could go with him, but he said that my adventure lay elsewhere.
What sound?
He told me about a vast ocean in the sky. An ocean of stars. He said that he knew the crew on the
A train? Could it be?
It's the Astral Express. I remember now. Grandpa's friends are a group of nameless who came to this world to resolve a disaster caused by a star. Then, he said, as long as the distant sound of a train whistle echoing.
Exactly, Misha! And then...
Yeah.
Так, подожди. Блин, в этот раз что отвалилось? А, блин, ну вроде ничего такого.
This is the dream.
Do you remember?
Hey.
Looks like we're just one.
Так, ее можно повернуть?
This is it. While I spent my time here, I learned how to repair clockworking gear. So... Yes, but this dream bubble...
Wait.
March, do you remember when he mentioned a clocky that only he...
Yeah, the little guy here, right? But we all saw him in Dreamflux Reef, right? And Mr. Yang even greeted him.
Looks like everyone on the Astral Express has a childlike spirit.
The answer lies in the... And when we were in Dreamflux Reef, you may have noticed that for some reason, nobody outside
Слушай,
of
ну
the crew
про черепашек
had
сейчас
ever
подожди.
talked with Clocky.
Все равно пока эти кат-сцены с диалогами.
A mimetic life that can only
У
be
меня
seen by
просто
a
куча
select
всякого
few.
добра.
It's just like a hidden message.
Вот, а смысл сейчас черепашек-ниндзя проходить? Вот, которые новые, вот, которые в конце 24-го года вышли. Вот мне такой формат не нравится.
But Misha hasn't started the way of the Trailblaze yet.
That's the key to the mystery, March.
А, ты про Cuphead. Ну, вообще в Cuphead в идеале играть вдвоем, потому что в соло там немножко тяжеловато, да, плюс там все уровни рассчитаны вот именно на двоих. А так вот из этой же области вот у меня, вот что у меня, Street Fighter есть 4, есть черепашки-ниндзя.
just like a memory
Контра у
zone.
меня есть,
I
который,
should have
по-моему,
stayed here and
предпоследняя
waited for
уже
you.
считается.
But when reality and
Если
memories
ничего не
merged,
путаю.
I unconsciously pushed open that door and left the bubble with Clocky.
Но опять же, это такие игры, которые чисто на один стрим, вот, который там за 6 часов прошел и забыл.
The stuff inside ran away? And the whistle you heard was the sound of the express arriving at Penacony?
That's one way to see it, but I believe there's a longer story behind all this. It's best for Misha himself to explain all the details. How about we start with your name? Now, should we call you Misha, or...?
Thank you all for helping me rediscover my true self. Now, I was born on Lushak. Mikhail Char Legwork. Or simply, Misha. If you prefer, you can call me by a more familiar name. The Watchmaker.
So, you're the Watchmaker himself?
Unfortunately, that legendary figure. As for the child who has been with you. And this also marks the beginning of his journey, devoted to the Trailblaze.
At the end of the journey, I left this little flame. However, he somehow left the dream bubble and forgot all about his
Ну,
task.
чтобы поржать, сейчас,
I
подожди.
apologize for all the confusion this caused.
Слушай, не, ну симулятор кота не считается, который стрей, потому что можно просто уснуть и все 2 часа смотреть на спящего кота, как вариант. Вот ну что мне еще из такого? Вот Long Drive чисто поугарать. My Summer Car. Так, что еще вот из такого вот у меня есть? Не, ну симулятор финского деда. Вот, допустим. В каком вот плане ты имеешь в виду? Вот смешные. Не, вот про хлебушек, ну, честно говоря, не знаю, но у меня много всего есть. Даже симулятор сидения у подъезда онлайн. С онлайном до 10 человек.
I don't think Misha has forgotten his role as a guide. He remembered it, and that's why he mistakenly appeared as a hotel doorman in his stream from the very beginning. The one who brought our unconscious...
Well, I have a sarcastic friend who says I always take big detours and end up back where I started. Perhaps that's what
Вот есть еще этот бойцовский клуб с кучей отсылок.
But in the end, if I may apologize, the Stellaron part is real. As for my wealth, however, it's nothing more than a baseless rumor. I left my homeland as a... I've been moving forward all my life, doing what I could to overcome the obstacles in my path. So, if you ask what's left within this war, now that you're well aware of the current
Нет,
situation
вообще надо
of
будет как-нибудь
Penacony,
поднапрячься и купить
I certainly
Русы
hope
против
I can help
Ящерова
get
2.
this world back on track. But I'll leave that decision to you. For the path of Trailblaze, all I have for you is a story and 2 gifts. I want to give you my pocket watch. It has accompanied me throughout my long journey, guiding that naive and my hat too. Now, it's time for you to make your choice. Once you've made up your mind, open that door I'll be waiting for you at the end of this corridor of time.
Я вот сейчас не знаю, может каких-нибудь нейрокаверов еще покидать, потому что что-то у меня вот простаивает.
All right, everyone. Let's make a decision.
Вот это вот дело.
Although I don't think anyone will have it.
Of course.
In that case, it's then let's proceed together.
Так, а я здесь все подобрал? Не, как достать соседа у меня нет. Потому что когда она еще была доступна, допустим, вот в России, да, вот, хоть у меня вот казахстанский аккаунт, да, я могу еще забрать. Ну, знаешь, 700 рублей на такую игру я тратить не готов. Я уж лучше переплачу и заберу себе какой-нибудь Dragon Age.
Someone has to step up.
Please don't go.
Even without me, you know. Now go. Board.
Where are you going, Mikhail?
I'm going to clean.
Wait, first tell me, did you fix this watch? I know what it looked like before.
Well, it's hard to. It's the hands, Mr. M.
I see. You'll work with.
But I only know how to.
Don't worry.
Where are you going, legwork? I see. The people of Astana have only achieved a tiny victory and still have a long way to go towards true freedom. Hanunu needs us. Don't worry, not all journeys lead to the stars. This is Mr. Farewell, legwork.
Huh? Don't worry, Micah. Just going on a little. Someone has to be at the forefront.
Because you're all we have! But what will happen to Tiernan? We Nameless won't if I don't come back in one piece.
Where are you going, old man?
Блин, ну, не знаю, наверное, еще час, может быть, отстримлю и пойду ко второму готовиться. Потому что мне здесь делать нечего.
Relax, Gallagher. Oh, come on. If you die too,
Yes. I'm afraid there's no way out in Penacony, so I'll have to we'll organize a festival.
So, a desperate struggle against the family?
Desperate? Make sure to send an invitation.
Misha! Where are you going?
Oh, last night.
Write it down? Why?
So I won't forget it.
Ну да, почему бы и нет. Тем более, если мне разработчики занесли. Ну вот как вспомню, вот пробивает. Слушай, не, хотя с таким купоном... Не, я сегодня разработчикам занесу. И тем более, с учетом того, что после того видоса мне потом еще 3 танка выпали, считай, за бесплатно.
But you know what? It was so. Your name should have been Compassy and the Watchmaker.
We've arrived at Dreamflux Reef. So, where to next?
You know, Clocky, I don't think I'll be going anywhere else.
Ну, конечно, танки. Вот если мне разработчики занесли, то обязательно надо танки. Но вот завтра я не знаю, но тут уже чисто вот одно из двух. Либо завтра танки, либо вот как вариант можно, даже не знаю, может быть Point Blank скину, может еще что-нибудь у себя откопаю.
No, I'll stay here.
Хотя сейчас фогейм немножко прогнулись. И у них типа сменился владелец, так что, блин, даже не знаю. Но если во всех играх фогейма донат немножечко вырастет, блин, придется их бросать.
Yeah, that's what I said. So now, it's up to you to decide your...
My next destination? Misha? You're acting weird today. If you're feeling down...
No, I'm not feeling down. As for clockwork, yeah, it resolves all problems in this dream. So, well, everyone gets lost at times. They may hesitate and doubt which way to go, but don't worry. Everyone goes through moments of whether it's calming, happy, angry, or sad. All they need is a little nudge to take that step toward where they truly belong. I'm leaving that little nudge with you, and I hope you'll share it with others. Such is the essence of clockwork, the will of the
Стоп, погоди, ты про вот это вот, да, во что я сейчас играю? Ну вот я ж на том стриме сказал, главному герою отшибла память, его где-то там подобрали. Вот, и просто вот сама суть игры вот, разобраться с тем, что происходит вокруг. И потом в конце, возможно, когда-то там ты сможешь выбрать чью-то сторону. Но это не точно.
People still need to move forward.
Just like your hands, always pointing ahead. This is where my journey ends. From now on, it is your path to walk.
Trailblazing means taking paths your predecessors forswore, and venturing even further. The Penacony in Mikhail's dreams does not belong to order.
I can't believe that Eon would cast a glance at Penacony at a time like this. Is it because of the resonance from the legacy of the Trailblaze? Or...
Well, there might be another possibility. Perhaps they want to witness, on behalf of the fallen eons, who will hold the future of Penacony.
If that's the case, on behalf of the Dream Master of Penacony and the 107,336 members of the Oak family, I'm extending a formal invitation to all of you. I'm cordially inviting you all to the Penacony Grand Theater to participate in the upcoming Charmony Festival. And, of course, you won't be in the audience, since the future of the Stellaron, Penacony, and even the entire cosmos is at stake. If you truly believe in Akavili's path, then show me their courage and determination.
Нормально. Вступайте по новому пути, хотя он у меня с самого начала главы открытый. Не, ну спасибо, конечно. Ладно, и что за это нам дадут?
unknown to each other, yet united in purpose. We make the same choices.
То есть все, получается, глава закрытая. О, кристаллов насыпали, значит, можно слить. Интересно, оружка выпадет? Неплохо. Так, и последняя. Не, счет слабенько.
Does that mean he wants to fight us during the Charmony Festival?
I'm afraid so.
This is weird. Aren't Arc villains usually plotting some dirty conspiracy in the end? But he actually said something like, "In all fairness." Could it be that he's underestimating us?
Well, in my opinion, Sunday is deeply committed to his own philosophy. I sensed a strong conviction. That's why he'll give it his all.
Yeah, you're right. We've even...
Anyway, we can't, now that we've taken up the mantle, we can't afford to fail them.
However, the desire to dream, they've harnessed the...
What do you mean?
I believe Firefly.
Before I left, the Destiny Slave told me that this journey would bring because one of the lines said...
3 times?
The first time was a painful... So now I've understood the meaning of my second death. And I am prepared to face it. Only by achieving victory in this battle can we secure
the most terrible...
The true death.
We must do everything we can to...
Have you made...
Yes.
Thank you again for your assistance for the...
Yeah. I dreamed of a scorched earth.
Everyone, are you ready?
A new shoot sprouted from the earth. It bloomed in the morning sun and whispered to me.
Подожди. На это почему не скипывается?
Like fireflies to a flame, life begets death. May we meet again in reality.
After today, Japella's name will disappear from cosmic history. And that's your next stop.
Land of the dreams. You mean?
Silverwolf told...
Well, I want till people die. And we...
Do you exist just...
Are you not the same? If I were to die now, though it's definite, the tombstone that belongs to me once bore the inscription, it will bear the...
That's quite unexpected, old man. Who would have thought your crazy plan? I can sense that this false sweet dream is coming to an end. It's a shame you won't be able to see it firsthand. Yeah, not just those nameless. Even Mr. Wings is just like you. But in the end, we managed to do it. Well, I don't know if they really meant it, but... If longing for freedom means going to... Then I'll be joining you soon, Let's get together and have supper again in hell. Oh, I almost forgot. Here's to you, to the imperfect.
It's more.
It's a shame these berries don't have...
Seriously? It becomes extremely spicy. Have you lost your sense of taste?
Before coming here, I stopped. The flavor wasn't exact. Don't worry about it.
Well, by the way.
No, I had a companion in Orkron. She's a short, nameless girl who aspired to explore IX. She...
Well...
Condolences. I don't need them.
That's proof that you're grieving.
Or perhaps I'm just...
Afraid. I rarely...
I'm afraid I'll forget the 30 days I spent with her. Just like all the other days. I fear that those vivid...
Hard to imagine.
Because I have experienced as long as this red color... In...
But you're right about one thing.
When will this rain?
Perhaps... when...
Have you heard of a half an amber era?
Do you think the same thing will happen?
Yes. Or how else can we explain it?
Because of the nihility.
I would disagree. If the family messes...
No.
What do you mean?
The path in Penacony is in...
Do you remember the ancient swarm? 2 paths lost their eon.
Shepe, the harmony.
Holy forgaroni. So... But I don't see any descendants of the propagation in Penacony. Could it be that the remnants of Beyond the Sky Choir are hiding within the family, trying to resurrect a fallen eon?
I can't say for sure, but they're definitely planning something for the Charmony Festival.
Holy wobble. Now, this is getting way too complicated. Is this why you want us to leave as Donna?
The Charmony Festival will...
Time. I have another plan.
Hold on.
Exactly. I have considered it thoroughly. My companions are...
Are you the only one here? The Nameless is quite the diplomat. Our secrets have spread like wildfire within the family. And IPC starships are gathering towards Astana. This is a crucial moment for us. So, where is the chosen one who harmonizes the varied sounds?
What do you mean, Master? I'm right here in front of you.
You know, she was supposed to be the star of the Charmony Festival.
But the plan has changed. As her brother, I know she doesn't want to sing for the Order. So I'll take her place.
You've always been wise beyond your years. I'm sure you understand the consequences of your choice.
If you consider this a well, there can't be 2 suns in the sky. I'll step up and take down the other sun if necessary.
Do you believe in
If karma exists, then everyone has their own karma. You have yours, and I have mine. And my karma has nothing to do with you.
All right. Since you're willing to sacrifice yourself for her, I'll grant grant your wish.
Well, the compromise came sooner than...
You and your sister were born as twins of the Order. And one of you is destined to follow this path to the end.
Is this part of your plan?
Of course. The opening is near. Go, my child. Seize the power of the harmony. And with...
I have one final question, Master. Why did you choose to bring the Order to Penacony? Wouldn't it have been better to choose a desperate world instead of a city filled with hope and dreams? Why?
It's for justice, my child. If we lose justice in our hearts, we'll make the same mistake as the harmony did.
Может мне эти диалоги разбавить чем-нибудь?
So, it's not you who manipulates the
Чувствую, как
dreamscape
вариант.
with the Stellaron, but...
Вот напиши вот в комментах, какой у тебя там вот знак зодиака.
That's where our conversation ends. Go ahead. The 107,336 souls of the Oak family have dreamed.
Я просто могу сейчас прочитать свое мнение, но тут вообще жесть. Короче, звезды рекомендуют обмазывать глаза майонезом. Попробуйте стать фокусником-садистом. Не ходите в туалет, это может привести к серьезным сбоям в матрице. Могут возникнуть вопросы размера груди Сталина. День идеален для кражи перьев, голубей и уничтожения вселенной.
To be flushed into the air by Soulglad, but why is the venue still closed when the Charmony Festival is about to start?
And not only that.
Yeah, I wonder how many tickets... Hey, that's not what we should be
Let's explore.
Ну, 100%, почему ничего не могу забрать? Ладно, и куда дальше?
Gosh, the atmosphere here is so creepy and unsettling. Even if there's no audience yet, there should be some staff around. Why is it so silent?
Ты чё, в смысле?
Don't forget to let your friends in on the action.
Are these puppets?
Something feels...
There's no other grand theater in the dream.
So Sunday's mess...
My apologies.
You scared me! Where are you now?
I'm waiting for you behind the curtain. Following the Asdana tradition, I invite you to enjoy a stage play in 3 acts before the festival begins. History is a mirror reflecting the universe's true essence. Let's use this within it. Let us commence with the dawning of the world. After the Dusk Wars, darkness veiled the sky, and chaos consumed the earth. Enna the Order emerged, destined to restore all existence. That marked the first day.
Ну, мне кажется, или сейчас что-то будет?
They gathered nebulae and forged them into picks, thus creating a grand lyre with black and white keys. Strike the white keys, and the sun rose. Strike the black keys, and the moon rose. And so, the cycle of day and night arose. That marked the second day.
The puppets are gathering around the frame. Are they expecting us to enter it?
Блин, опять сцены.
Where are we now?
The atmosphere here. This act is named...
I thought things were...
Так, не, подожди.
I genuinely wish to avoid a violent clash
Ничего они
with
так
my
сюжетку
esteemed
затягивают.
guests from afar. Therefore, I've arranged 3 acts before the situation becomes irreparable. Where shall we start our narrative? Well, let's...
Time for a buzz.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Where shall we start our narrative? Well, let's start with the time when Penacony was still a frontier prison.
Так, подожди, а куда мне надо?
In 2147 AE, a prisoner named Hanunu ignited a struggle for liberty and emerged triumphant. IPC referred to it as the War of the Frontier, while the Asdanians dubbed it the War of Independence.
А что за это нам дадут? А, понятно. Блин, а смысл?
We've shattered the cages and expelled the
It's
guards.
true that Hanunu was a legendary hero, but it must be acknowledged that while he bestowed freedom upon the prisoners, he didn't grant them true liberation.
Thank you for staying here, honorable travelers. However,
The three nameless stayed on the planet, endeavoring to spread.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it. Time for a buzz.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Thank you for
Another
staying
blood
here,
debt
honorable
repaid.
travelers.
The
However,
three nameless stayed on the planet, endeavoring to spread the tenets of Trailblaze throughout the frontier prison. Alas, their efforts proved futile.
let's build another prison. Not
Once again, Asdana was engulfed in war, this time the enemies originating from within. The prisoners remained prisoners for the rest of their lives, fighting for freedom rather than living for it.
I hope you like this land of freedom. On a
As you can see, freedom
prisoners, this.
Hey! Why do we have to fight while enjoying the show? This is double
For I
speed.
desire not only your enjoyment, but also your assistance in its completion.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
On the still waters of oblivion, I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Nap time.
Destined for oblivion.
No one can restrain you anymore. You are free.
Thus concludes the
This must be, however...
This show is... These puppets... Where are they guiding us this time?
They transmuted streams of stars into inked nibs, creating symbols to be pronounced and counted. They molded stardust into flowing rivers, assigning the righteous upstream and the unjust downstream.
Я же все правильно делаю.
All things were marked, and the world learned to discern between good and evil. That marked the third and fourth days.
Seek, and you will find.
Ну, мне кажется ли это все такая маленькая, скромная отсылочка на Atomic Heart? Но это не точно.
Look, another frame.
Don't forget to let your friends in on the action.
Ode to Fool. This must be the second act.
The surroundings are different from before. The stage decorations look a bit tidier now.
Behold the ensuing tale, a struggle for power. Penacony witnessed the ascent of the 7 major lineages: tree, grass, flower, bird, beast, fruit, and insect. Peace never truly graced Land of the Exiles. The history in this era is rich and intricate, so please allow me to present it in allegorical form.
Не, ну это сюда же ведь.
Welcome to this mansion, dear outsider.
Land of the Exiles was in disarray, besieged by both internal and external perils. Though the 7 major lineages appeared united on the surface, each harbored their own ambitions, leading to ceaseless conflict. The
А, то
Black
есть мне все
Plum
равно
family
здесь
was the
придется
first to
спускаться, да?
fall.
Ладно.
They withered away in the White Desert event, orchestrated by the Alfalfa
Because
family.
Master shaped you from clay, but forged me from fire. I'm superior to you. My child, you did not serve the old
The
master.
leader of the Alfalfa family sought to defect to the IPC, trading freedom for survival. However, his eldest son slew him in the name of righteousness and ascended as the new family head.
Seek, and you will find.
Так, нет, это не сюдой.
Life is a puzzle in and of itself.
Мне вот правда что-то как затянуто.
Don't forget to let your friends in on the action.
Only when Gopher Wood led the family to land of the exiles and earned recognition from all 5 major lineages did Pentecost.
Dear outsider, I beseech your... I wish...
This is the second act.
But this new master...
Perhaps this is the truth.
Looks like we've...
То есть, я так понимаю, их надо в правильном порядке сейчас будет переставить.
I shall sing for my new master. Master! Oh, you will...
Так, подожди. Там было что-то про разум.
Master! Oh, you will return in due course, and I...
Так, ладно, давай попробуем. Ну, грусть, наверное.
This puppet isn't responding at all.
Ага, значит, все-таки нет. А если...
Master! Oh, Master! Oh, you will return in due...
То есть, понятно, это все-таки восторг. То есть, надо обращать не только на выделенное, да, а...
This puppet
Понятно.
isn't responding at all.
То в смысле?
Master! Oh, you will...
В смысле? Да уже и так, считай, все перебрал.
Master.
То есть всех надо в состоянии покоя, получается, да? Или мне просто так повезло?
Once I stood as...
Ну вот опять отсутствие покоя.
My former master has long...
Не, ну так даже не интересно.
Master is no longer here.
Either I shall be my... Without a master.
Thank you, dear outsiders. My heed me cast aside.
Get ready. Looks like an...
Listen, the snow blankets all of us on. The sky trembles, and the earth teeters on the brink of collapse. At the edge of the silver universe, the first buds sprout under the rising sun.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it. This is double speed.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Nap time.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Alas, they remain but slaves till the very end, with the illusion of freedom. Thus conclude...
This is how Penacony...
This guy really loves...
Это что, в смысле?
They used the planetary rings to establish the law, forging a code of conduct among the masses. A grand lyre with black and white keys served as an instrument, while symbols of articulation and numerical notation took the form of musical notes. The downward flowing river became a melody, and the canon of law dictated the form. Thus...
This guy is really into these puppets. Oh, I get it.
And the atmosphere here.
This is the concluding act of this play. I have showcased the past and present of Penacony, hoping that my desire for change resonates within you. And now, I shall reveal its future to you.
Responsibility for the people.
If the people lack foresight, we will make choices on their behalf and bear the responsibility.
Who shall protect the weak and stand against
Это
the
куда нам надо?
Protecting the weak and standing against the mighty.
Stream forth the gleam of old blades.
То есть картину трогать не обязательно, а если... Так, подожди.
Without a king, who shall govern the movement of stars?
Before the
The
arrival,
ebb and flow of time.
everything followed its natural course. And so it shall continue. We no longer have need for a king, for we have become kings of all things.
Минут опять просадки какие-то.
Hey, aren't...
Perhaps we'll need...
So, do you think...
Farewell, former king.
Так, подожди, а в чем соль?
Have need for a king, for we have become kings of all things.
Farewell, former king.
We no longer have need for a king, for we
А
have
в смысле недоступны для настройки?
How did it go? You can't change them? What does that mean?
My apologies for my negligence. I forgot to inform you that the final...
Let our previous king recount it to you. Now it is time for the final...
Prepare for battle. Looks like we'll have to fight again.
Descending from the infinite spiral staircase, I traverse towards the future with measured steps. No need to remember me or seek my assistance. For the contours of my mind shall intersect with other experiences.
That hurt.
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Nap time.
On the still waters of oblivion.
This is double speed. Just a little something. Think nothing of it. Time for a buzz.
In the hushed expanse of a nocturnal reverie, I leave faint traces behind. No need to remember me, or to recall the essence of dreams. What is mine shall wane. What?
This is the final scene. It's much more straightforward. Let's
Ну,
go.
сейчас вот
Once
уже
this stage play concludes,
собираюсь
it'll be time
заканчивать.
for the main event,
Максимум еще минут
the Charmony
10-15.
Festival.
Просто от какого-то бодрого геймплея не хватает. Мне кажется, или сейчас будет босс?
They imbued the world with meaning, perfecting all things, yet all thus, on that day, all being...
This grand theater...
Everyone, get ready.
That marked the seventh day. Cheers and chants reverberated in unison.
The stars shine bright. Praise the Great One. The Order is dead. The Order is dead. The Order is dead.
Look, there he is.
That concludes everything related to the Order. What are your reflections on this, my dear guests? Nevertheless, This is but a trivial blip in the annals of galactic history. What truly matters is the core. You've arrived at the perfect... Allow me to extend my warmest welcome once more. Welcome to Penacony Grand Theater, the very core of the sweet dream, the abode of the Stellaron, the grand stage of the Charmony Festival. And the very place where the future of Penacony shall be determined through conflict. Because our shared goals give equal weight to the beliefs true goodness can only be achieved through faith.
Allow me to point out that falling into a permanent slumber is not happiness.
Do you still believe that the Order only seeks to control the universe as their puppet, Himiko?
No matter how perfect your vision of paradise may be,
People will never achieve true happiness in a world like that. They would just be toys for the eon.
It seems you have misunderstood my intentions. Allow me to clarify. My sole objective is to create a paradise free from eons.
Подожди.
Where the Order ensures the dignity and happiness of
Сколько
all
это уже
humanity.
получается? То ли третий, то ли четвертый раз уже отваливается.
Exclusive to us human beings.
That's not the case. If people are to live with dignity, there must be nothing and no one above them. In your so-called paradise, you would be the one reigning supreme.
Ты что, в смысле?
Looks like we won't be able to convince each other. Now that our conflict has been destined, let's unveil our paths and reveal to the universe the true path. However, before the prelude to the future begins, please, is darkness equal to daylight? Are sinners equal to the righteous? If you are born weak, which god should you turn to for solace?
Не, ну ладно. Вот после босса, наверное, можно будет и закончить. А в смысле он не скипается? На чем мне его тогда разваливать?
Destined for oblivion.
Naughty child.
Так, а что если сначала гасить вот этих вот, которые сбоку?
Nap time.
Это хоть на что-нибудь повлияет, интересно?
Can I have fun this time?
You know nothing of the weight behind this power. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Time for a buzz.
Leave it to me.
That's half the work. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Мне что-то все равно как-то слабовато.
More enemies. Time for a buzz. This combat needs optimizing. This is double speed.
Another journey begins.
Good as new. That hurt. Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it. Good as new.
Let's begin.
That's half the work.
Ладно, а в чем соль?
Time for a nap time.
Не знаю,
More
может быть,
enemies.
слить и попробовать на простой сложности?
Time for
Или
a
потеть до
fun.
последнего?
Again.
Ладно, да, по-твоему.
You know nothing of the weight behind this power. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Неплохо. Хотя бы до второй фазы дошел.
Naughty child.
Destined for oblivion.
Time for a shot.
А сейчас вот как назло я никого не могу хильнуть. Да
Nap
уж.
time. Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Don't worry, it's just a scrape.
This combat needs optimizing. This is double speed. Time for a buzz. Nice. Rematch.
Again? Free will, or was it fate?
Не, ну блин, ну так нечестно. Минус волчара.
Leave it to me. You know nothing of the weight behind this power. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
That'll take more than medicine.
Stop me.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Time for some hardship.
Nap time.
Вот, все по новой.
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Не, ну почти получилось. Вот, то есть, если бы вот у меня вот все персы были 80-го, тогда бы с первой попытки прошел бы.
That'll take more than medicine.
Time for some hardship. You know nothing of the weight behind this. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Nap time.
I'm fine.
Time for a shot.
Timely treatment.
That's better. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Timely treatment.
Naughty child.
Timely treatment.
I'm okay.
Let's begin. Stand down. You know nothing of the weight behind this power. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Time for a shot. Nap time. I'm okay.
I'm fine. Leave it to me. Here. Time for some hardship.
That'll take more than medicine. But I'm a doctor.
How tragic.
Trickier.
The eons with great might.
Time for a bite.
Under the banner of the Order, you have defined all things in the cosmos.
Free will, or was it fate? Still waters of the
Time for a shot.
but puppets in your hand!
Nap time.
Again?
Can I have fun this time?
You know nothing of the weight behind this. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Time for a buzz.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
This combat needs up to... This is double speed.
Time for some hardship.
Not... Time for a buzz.
Here.
Another journey begins.
The world is in harmony. The stars shine bright.
Nap time. I'm okay.
Let's begin. You know nothing of the weight behind this power. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it. You took the bait. Time for a buzz.
Leave it to me. Stand down.
Again? Free will, or was it fate? On the still waters of oblivion.
Nap time.
Praise the Great One.
I'm okay. This combat needs optimizing. This is double speed. Time for a buzz.
Another journey begins. Destined for oblivion.
More enemies. I'm okay.
Let's begin.
I already know your decision.
I now permit you to gaze into the sun.
On these 107,336 stones, the almighty and powerful strings of harmony are at my disposal. Supreme tuner, harmonious choir, Dominicus! Oh, lost souls, come and meet your...
The embodiment of the harmony? So the true purpose of the
Я
charming
так не играю.
is to usurp it?
Самое главное, скип нельзя, это нельзя. Ладно, что-нибудь
I've got a
придумаем.
raid to get
Так, а
to.
куда его
Let's
лупить?
finish this.
Подожди. Ладно, давай попробуем.
Just in time.
В смысле? Не надо мне пока никого хилить. Так, выполнить умение. А если я хочу отменить? Ладно, по-твоему. Не, ну то, что сейчас хила просто так сольет, конечно, печально.
Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Don't worry, it's just
You
a
know
script.
nothing of the weight behind this path. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Time for a buzz. This combat needs optimizing. This is double speed.
Да что-то как-то на затянут.
Disorderly noise!
Naughty child.
I weep for the departed.
I'm feeling like there's another world in front of my eyes.
It's the
Так,
power of
выхиливать
tuning.
вроде как никого не
Don't
надо,
let the song
значит...
distract you.
Wise and perceptive as you are, answer me this. Why could the harmony and the order merge into one? The time has come.
Представляю, что было бы на нормальной сложности.
Radiant spirits, heed my word. Show no mercy.
Wake up! Wake up! Hey, wake up! Are you alright? Can you hear me?
А оказалось, что это все просто сон. Да уж.
Your name is... Alright. Stop joking around. The Lightning Lord may be all-powerful, but they're not going to cause sudden memory loss. I'm just glad you're okay. It's a long story. Simply put, Don Hum used the Jade Abacus of Allying Oath when we were in the middle, and then we returned. Everyone else has also
Not going to come chat with me, sleepyhead.
That voice.
Да уж.
Is that Black Swan?
Hey, where are you going?
Hey,
What's...
nothing. Miss, though the strike from the general was timely, but luckily...
Oh, so that's...
Don't mention it.
Of course not.
Why?
Himeko and Mr. Yang are probably still busy. Let's go look for Don Hung first.
Ну, хоть бы это был последний квест.
Look, he's still talking to that cowboy.
One Peach Soul Glad?
You're awake.
Well, Fork.
Don't worry. He's been up and about for a while now.
Allow me to introduce during our pursuit. Which is
No need for thanks.
Wait, hold on.
Who was it again? No, that's...
What?
yes. What everyone, let's hurry.
You're right.
One Peach Soul Glad? Shaken, not stirred.
Look, they're with the general.
Don't forget to let your friends in on the action.
That's all right. In these times of conflict, furthermore...
The general possesses...
You flatter me. Well, would you look at that?
Are you okay? I heard you couldn't wait.
Don't worry. What about...
He used in the thanks to General Jing...
he used that
I can confidently...
Speaking of the Oak...
The IPC has named the family quickly...
Everyone really has...
Then, what... Why the side
I can only say that it's time, everyone.
Given the general's invitation...
Why, of course you're welcome. Besides...
Well then, we shall oblige.
I'm kind of alert.
Not to worry.
I'm afraid I'll...
Thank you.
Although I'm not too sure of the negotiation will commence at the hotel lobby. Everyone please, follow me.
Да, что-то как-то оно затянуто получилось. Я не знаю, стоит дальше вот продолжать Honkai стримить. Вот, или забить на него и постримить уже что-нибудь другое. Короче, ладно. Вот, подходите где-то через час. Думаю, все-таки постримить танчики вторыми.